Don't wait for it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Today, we are going to be talking about the sketch situation.
We're live.
Everybody will be getting their thoughts on what we feel about sketch is real. Parker,
Hold on, we're live right
Indeed.
now. Let me put the link in here too, man. All right, link in there. Okay.
the boys.
All right. All right, everybody. This is Jay Leno. I'm here with the crew. We've got BTG, Bundle, Parker in the building. Say what's up to the people, everybody.
Hello,
What
everyone.
up?
Indeed. Okay. All right, guys.
Upward, hello.
So we are a week behind, and I had to do this because I had a ban for my Rick Ross video. But moving forward from there, now that we're able to stream and do our
Oh.
reaction for the boys, it looks like going into the beginning of this episode that Bundle was right all along in theory about freaking Kessler being a figment of Butcher's imagination.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to do a complete compilation of the times Bundle has
Bundle was right.
foreshadowed the future of this series and pretty much being right about everything along. So I'm working on that list itself. Let's see here.
The Acolyte was great. Upward.
Let's see here. We got the whole crew here. Yeah, what up? What's going on, Upward?
We would love to have you in here. Well, that's awesome.
But hell yeah, Parker. So you weren't. I don't think you were in our past streams the streams that we had in the past. So
I've been out for a minute.
But have you been keeping up with the boys series?
Yeah, with the boys, I've seen every episode so far. I'm caught up.
All right, cool. So, did you at any point in time when you saw Kessler making his appearances through these episodes, like, did you think he was a figment of Butcher's imagination by chance?
I didn't, but then here's when I knew he was. When he had that joke, and I forget exactly how he said it, but he said he was looking for somewhere like warm and comfortable to relax to, but Butcher's pussy or his mom's pussy wasn't available. And I was like, that's Butcher talking to himself right there.
Good catch. Good catch.
Because I'm like, that is such an out-of-pocket thing to say to somebody. So I'm like, I think this is just like Butcher, like subconscious or something. And then turned out it was true, because I'm like, who says that to someone? Like, I mean, even like my friends, some shit you just, I don't know. I thought it was definitely like, right out of Butcher's playbook right there.
Yeah. What about you, BTG?
It didn't hit me until like the last episode that I thought that he was in his head. I started paying more attention. I was like, the guy wasn't responding to anything that Negan's character, I don't know his name. What is his name? Kessler?
Yeah, Kessler.
Yeah, the guy wasn't responding to anything that Kessler had to say, and he was looking at Butcher weird. So I did and I didn't at the same time.
I got you.
Bundle, your thoughts?
All right, moving on. So, as an all in all, how'd you guys feel about the unveiling of Black Noir without his mask?
I'm gonna go first.
What about you, Parker?
I was pretty shocked, I was like, because I didn't watch any of the episodes before then, and I was like, was that actually him? So I was in disbelief that he was actually talking. I thought I missed like a couple things. Oh, Bundle, we can't hear you.
I did like how he was just kind of insecure the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh no.
it's like I don't know. I know a lot of people gravitated. It feels like okay. And did you guys like the more quieter original Black Noir or this newer comedic version of Black Noir?
Like the comedic, kind of reminds me of Clayface.
Comedic.
Like he wants to be more than what he is now. He thinks he wants to be more.
I was about to say he's not. It's audio. You're not getting any sound, but yeah, he might be there.
I'm just so confused about why he got the job. Like it's like they knew nothing about him.
Is it still? Your sound's not even moving right now. Yeah, we can't hear you. But yeah, what up, Jonah? Maybe his earbuds is dead.
Oh, there we fucking go. All right.
There he is. Okay, now we got his on.
Right,
Wait, what happened?
There we fucking go. Turn that off. Turn that off. Booyah. There we go. All right. Wait, shit, I don't even think they can hear me. Hello? Hello?
We can hear you.
Oh,
yeah,
we can
hear
you.
you.
Here we go. Damn it.
Yes, I don't know how far you was able to.
Took both of that. All right, there we go. Now we're good. You guys can't hear none of this in the back,
No.
right? Okay,
No, you're
cool.
good.
All right, cool. Okay, cool.
Jonan says, I'll say comedic, but ending the original with concluding his small arc was annoying. Fair. Super fair.
He said, I'll say comedic, but ending the original with concluding his small arc was annoying. Well, it's like, I don't know, it might, I guess as a consensus, you know.
Still hear you guys to hear.
So you guys like the comedic side. I've talked to other people that prefer the more serious version of Black Noir.
Really?
I could see that.
So, I mean, I don't know. Well, some people.
What side do you prefer, Bundle?
As far as Black Noir in this series?
Yeah.
And what's funny is that the same exact character that has always played Black Noir from the first season is the exact same guy that they're finally showing now. Which is
I think that's what makes it even funnier.
That makes it even funnier. But
yeah.
in the humorous side of it, I mean, I don't disagree with. I don't. It would be interesting to see what they do with him in the future of the series. But obviously, I'm a huge fan of the original series of Black Noir actually being the superior clone of Homelander and to being the actual, you know, contingency plan to actually take out Homelander. So I really dug that, you know, that surprise in the end. And I was actually, during the time one of those actually read that comic. So when they came out in the early 2000s, I was beginning of high school, just coming out of middle school, whatever like that. Just to read something like that, it was just like at that time,
yeah,
that was huge.
Mind blowing.
You know what I mean? And that still resonates with me to this day to some degree. You know what I mean? Even though we have comic book, you know, revelations and stories that far exceed those, just how you felt at that time. It was one of those when old schools like to tell you, you just had to be there type thing. And it was one of those. It was one of those. So I'm still a big fan of that. And so because that nostalgia still weighs so heavy with me, I prefer the original, but I'm not mad at what they're doing now.
You worded it greatly. If I may add another question, Jay. You guys think Black Noir is going to survive the season? He's making Homelander a little bit upset. I think Homelander might just freak out and just end him. But I'm like, I don't know why he hasn't ended him yet. So do you guys think Black Noir will survive season 4?
At this point, everybody's on the edge if you put it that way. But yeah, I don't think Black Noir is gone anytime soon.
I think he will. I think he'll survive this season. He'll die next season because at the very end, there's a last little snippet that you saw of Black Noir in this last episode was him getting that kind of pep talk from the Deep, which you didn't think was gonna work. You know what I mean? He was done. He was drinking. I'm showing my face. Fuck this. I'm leaving. I'm doing all this. And Deep really let him know, like, man, I went to Ohio, blah blah blah. This shit wasn't worth. This is the best gig you're.
And that's all
get.
thankful to Sister Sage.
Yeah, and it's like the best thing you're gonna get right now is this. And when you realize and stop holding back your emotions for these humans and just let loose, this violence feels good. It's like the old Black Noir got hard off of violence. He loved to hurt people. He loved to do this, which is what he did, but that was only intrinsically there because of the mental damage he sustained because of Soldier Boy. So he wasn't really like that. That's who Black Noir became. And the Deep just basically rationalized that insanity of it. And it's just like, power like that, it makes you feel good. They go from making fun of me like how we did for the Deep the last 2 episodes, and then he snaps on Ashley one time, the CEO of what? She shut the fuck up. And it's like, hey, this feels good. Homelander's already showed you that. Deep has already been a part of killing 2 different people. That one guy, that Carlson guy, whatever, and then Homelander's biggest following. Noir was a part of that as well. So I'm thinking he's slowly getting indoctrinated into that Homelander, the Deep mindset. Like, this is as good as it's gonna get. Let's just follow along with it, because spoilers, obviously we do know in game Homelander gets a banner full of soups to take over the country. So it just makes all the more sense to do that, because he even said to him in the meeting, we're not heroes anymore. We're not mascots. I want you to be wrathful gods. Who's gonna stop them? I think I think that
we're superpowered creatures. Like, come on.
And Noir was about to leave, but you saw that when the Deep was talking to him, Noir was holding that beer like, I get you. This is our place. This is our place. So no, I don't. Very long story short. Sorry, I do not think that Noir will die. I think he will die next season, where the real meat and potatoes is going to be. The season is filler to build you up to what is gonna really happen.
Okay.
What about you, Parker?
Yeah, I like the whole aspect about where the boys are going right now with Homelander. Plot.
You like Noir? You think Noir?
I like Noir. I like that he's finally talking a little bit. I like the Deep finally finding his confidence again. I like the Sage when she got shot and then she's all like, kind of messed up, talking, eating cake. I like that too.
Dude, her range as an actor is crazy. Like, for her to play a very smart person and a very dumb person, it's crazy. Like, I don't think anybody has that much range as her on this cast.
I like her. I like her a lot.
By chance though, I mean, Black Noir's had like little to no like action in this entire season so
hardly
far.
Any.
Yeah, so like, to me, I haven't been like completely like entertained enough. Like, Black Noir he has to do something for as badass as he's supposed to be. So I'm gonna hope in the next couple of episodes we get something out of Black Noir other than him being comical. He's been serious for the rest of this, for the majority of this series.
We got 2 left. I think the next 2 are going to give us something. But at the end of the day, like, even if you read the whole synopsis of this entire season before it even happened, you just knew that this season was going to be the setup for the big bad. I mean, to what we really, really want, which is the war between Supes and humans finally saying, okay, we can't fuck with y'all. So that's when National Guard comes in, Navy, Army, blah, blah, and all that. But they set up, a lot of good points to make sure that next episode happens. It kind of was delivered in a long, drawn-out way that wasn't the most enjoyable, given what Boys has been able to deliver before. But you need these filler episodes to get you to, like I said before, the real meat and potatoes of it. You know what I mean? So you had to see Homelander get defeated in front of the room of the GPD and all those billionaires that control 38% of blah, blah, blah. You had to see that. You had to see Newman, out herself like that in a coup amongst another coup that was still being listened to by the speakers that Huey put in, which you already know Starlight and Huey are going to oust her out because they're trying to kill her, which is then going to fuck up her VP election and a relationship with Singer, which is then going to make her probably kill this guy, which we know happens, then make her Victoria the Veep, which Vic the Veep was the vice president in the comic book. So it's completely setting that up all for that. And you just kind of, you had to have this bullshit filler episode to understand that. Otherwise, it's just snap their fingers. Homelander's got everyone on his side and he's taking over the White House. It's like, yeah, but where did that happen? You know what I mean? So You need
Yeah.
episodes like that.
I got you.
I wouldn't say that this episode was boring filler, but it wasn't.
It was
fun filler either.
entertaining. I
It was
think
entertaining, but it
boring.
was absolute filler. The entire season's filler.
Yeah. I mean, if you break it down to that, okay. So moving on from episode 5, would you guys see in the near future any sort of consequence for that virus that was put into some of that cattle from that farm having any sort of damage in the city, or possibly some that went down into that drain into the sewage?
The last
Ooh,
part you just said
very
with
good
draining
question.
sewage. The last part you said with draining sewage could be something. I'm not sure if they will pay attention to that, but there's one thing why I think that it won't be a problem is that they were hopped up on V, which meant that they were as durable as the V makes them. Remember when that chicken blew through that guy's chest and they
Mhm.
Yeah.
immediately started dumping on that chicken? Boop, 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 boop. Nothing happened to it. So it's just like, if you can't shoot through them with bullets, how you going to harvest the meat to go ahead and sell to other people so it can be a problem? So I don't think they ever got to the point of slaughter or butchering to the point that V was in the meat and selling to the masses, which is what I think you were getting to. So that answers that. But as far as them blood runoff, draining, whatever, infecting crops, infecting further livestock, because that 10th V virus is within their cells now as a decomposing body. Hey, they may take civil liberties with that. I don't know. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we still have an entire another season to include with this franchise. And I don't know how important it would be. Maybe just a particular episode to where there's like animals or people that have maybe a side effect from this virus, or we don't know how diluted this virus could be towards people if it did reach the sewage system going through the water system itself. I mean, it's contaminated, but I'm pretty sure it'll be a watered down version of this virus.
I believe it'd be a watered down version as well. But I will say one thing. When Butcher was having his second conversation with Samir, when he finally realized why Samir would not make the virus, he understood it's not even about killing Homelander. If I strengthen this virus, this is not just killing Homelander. We're talking genocide on a global scale that's airborne. And that's when Joe Kessler's ghost is like, global pandemic. That's what that dark side of him wants. But then understanding that you're killing Ryan, you're killing the soups that you do fuck with, as far as Newman,
Miko.
Starlight, and Kamiko, and it's just like the soups as a whole aren't the issue. You just want to kill Homelander, and you're committing genocide amongst the people that you do care about. So it's just now Shamice won't make that. Now I don't know what they're gonna do going with that plot forward. How can they make him or convince him to continue to make that virus if he cares so much about Victoria and now his daughter, who are both now soup? So I'm not gonna make this virus for you to do it. You know what I mean? So we'll see where he goes with that. If a virus is even going to be part of the plot going forward, it may have just been answered right then and there. We got to do something different. I don't know. We'll see.
Well then I've got like 2 scenario theories to throw at you, Bundle, of a possibility. What are the odds that A-Train could be fast enough to inject him with the virus?
I think A-Train that's actually fucking awesome. I think A-Train is incredibly slept on in this. I remember I was looking at Twitter and I seen a picture, but they were redoing the scene of when Omni-Man took out the Guardians of the Guardians of the Globe, excuse me, almost died. Guardians of the Globe, and it showed how the Red Flash was able to get all those hits off on Omni-Man before he even reacted. But people like saying, this is what happened if Homelander would fight A-Train. I'm like, no. Homelander is not nearly as strong as Omni-Man. And we've already seen when Maeve was hitting Homelander and shit like this, he can bleed. He even got his ear perforated and was deaf in one ear the entire time. You know what I'm saying? He is shown to be slowed down, and there has been no shown sense of speed that Homelander is faster than A-Train. The only sense of speed we've really seen from Homelander is first season when Translucent was locked up and he knew where his GPS was. When they looked on the security camera, you saw Homelander doing this. Just going really fast and triangular shit. You could see him.
Yeah.
When A-Train runs, he ran that 400 meter dash in 0.3 tenths of a second. And he had A-Train being the one that moved V all over town and all over the world, not Homelander himself. So he was already understanding, you're faster than me. So I'm just, if Maeve can get them hits off ending to hurt Homelander the way that it is, why couldn't A-Train? Because he can't keep up with A-Train. He may not be as physically durable, as strong to really hurt him the way Maeve is, but Homelander can't catch him. He can't. Homelander's super fast, but he's never was shown to be faster than A-Train. Ever.
Has Homelander ever called a shoot?
Oh yeah.
Come on,
yeah. Many times, but and he did kill a speedster too. And last season when he killed that his name wasn't Shockwave. Shockwave was the guy he beat in the 400. It was another speedster. It was that Mexican guy that was joining the Seven that used to be in a relationship with Starlight. And then Homelander killed him. And Starlight saw it. He punched his face in, punched a hole in him, and ripped his leg off.
Upward anyway, says he's faster than lasers. He's faster than Starlight's flashes while hyped up off of the V.
Huh? Wait, what happened?
Is he faster than lasers?
Upward says he's fat. He's
asking.
He's asking, is he faster than lasers? I don't know.
It depends on what lasers we've seen. Because I mean, obviously, well, actually, no. I'll answer that question right now. No, because in Hero Gasms at part 2, when he thought he killed Butcher and he was fighting Soldier Boy, he had Soldier Boy by the neck. Homelander came in, lit his eyes up and fried Homelander off of him. Homelander got knocked back. What the fuck? He took that damage. He couldn't move in time.
Not
it just
to
happened.
Yeah. Not to
wait. So is A-Train faster than lasers?
I believe he is, yes, because A-Train, because only reason I say that, second season, Annie's flashes were shown to flash at the speed of light. And when he fought her in that little room before he had that little heart attack, remember, every time she said, boom, A-Train was here, she did get, boom, A-Train was here, boom, did it here, A-Train was here. And he ended up getting that hit in on Annie. Just that his heart ended up going crazy and he had to pass out and fall down before he got the fatal blow off. But he was able to dodge her speed of light flash attacks every single time. He's faster than Homelander. It's just Homelander's durability and strength is second to none. So it's like, I might be faster, but he may not just be able to hurt Homelander. He may be able to throw a punch hard enough to do it. You know what I mean? So that may be the world they're living in right now. But there's never been an instance in the show that's shown Homelander to be even close to A-Train in speed. We know he's fast, but he's not A-Train fast.
Great question, Upward. Great question.
Hold on one second, BTG. Do you think there's a possibility that we're going to probably see, I guess it's a property or an element, zinc, considering that Homelander can't detect zinc, possibly a suit, possibly an apparatus to make it easier to get to Homelander and use some sort of a tactical way of getting close to Homelander?
Wait, what are you asking?
Homelander can't see through zinc or lead. Do you think the boys or the American army that will be his opposition will use that to their advantage?
Yeah,
going
for
forward.
Sure. I mean,
very well could, but it's just speculation at that point. But very well could, yeah. I mean, like hide a specific, weapon against him or a certain virus against him he can't see coming. It could happen. I don't know if they'll do it that way, but it's all plausible at that point. Yeah.
But all right, we gotta get back into the episode because we're going really freaking deep on how to kill Homelander right now.
We need him dead.
Yeah, but okay, moving forward, how do you guys feel about?
A-Train is faster, but he can't do much against Homelander since he lacks the physical strength of why he was afraid to oppose him.
Probably.
So, how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about your first introduction to Tech Knight?
That wasn't our first introduction. It was in Gen V.
It was in Gen V.
Gen V. Oh, well, you see, I didn't read Gen V, so that was my first introduction to him. But you know what? Considering that his first introduction was in Gen V, I guess answer that question as well. when y'all first saw him in Gen V, how would you guys feel about the first introduction to him?
I thought he
love
was
that.
cool.
It's an evil little
Oh,
fuck.
go Parker.
I was gonna say, I just love that. He's such an evil fuck. Like, he's a great villain.
It's completely different from his comic book joint, with the exception of having a Bruce Wayne type of Tony Stark like background. But
Can we get off topic for a second? What was his comic background?
he was Iron Man. He was their version of Iron Man that had a Batman background. And he still loved to do the things that he did now, fuck inanimate objects, but he wasn't the terrible person. It was actually the Deep and Tech Knight actually were probably some of the most respectable heroes within the comic book. They still took advantage of their celebrity, but they weren't the terrible people that you see now. If anything, actually, the Deep within the comic actually opposed a Homelander's super takeover regime. He actually did not sign it and did not show up to the White House to help the superheroes at all. He was actually kind of, hey, right on to you. Tech Knight, he was to the same degree, but he suffered from, he was horny, the same way he did there, and he also did a lot of drugs. So
he humped everything.
He humped everything. So there was one time he felt that the world was in a situation where he was protecting the world from an asteroid. And he was saving the world from the asteroid before it hitting. And then before the asteroid hit, he got horny and he fucked the asteroid to the point that it blew up. That's what happened in his mind. What actually happened, honestly, on his way up, I forget what happened, but a flying piece of debris or farm equipment hit him in his head and gave him brain damage, and he died like minutes afterwards. So that was actually what happened to him. But in his head, he thought he saved the planet from an asteroid the size of Texas, and he stuck his dick in and stuck it till it blew up and died a sacrificing ceremonious death. That's how he thought. He thought he did that, but then he went right to his funeral.
This series
went
is
right to his funeral,
crazy.
and it was just like, yeah, he got hit in the head by a farm equipment and died right there. It's just like, all right.
Well, do you guys prefer this racist Bruce Wayne or this horny ass
I'm not gonna
Iron
lie.
Man?
Well, the horny ass, it's wild either way though, but it does, as far as what this boy show has been brought to life in, and shit like this, it does fit the dynamic, especially him, like him being wealthy beyond everyone else. It's like, this isn't merchandise or propaganda, marketing wealth being a part of a superhero. This is wealth that goes back generations because of the slave owners, and that is what we got to build prisons, and that actually is rooted in a lot of what's going on now. A lot of the major plantation owners or cotton gin owners of that time, when they got out of that shit, became prison
super
owners.
rich.
Became super rich, and they use it to make prisons to go ahead and house criminals, because crime will always happen. And obviously we know that black men and women are arrested at a crazy rate. So that's how that happened. So they kind of made it, they made it realistic to show that how that wealth and how that mindset is still here now, and it exposed it into Tech Knight. And Parker said too, he's a great villain. You love to hate him. You couldn't wait for his demise, and he represented it well. You know what I mean? Even A-Train, the guy, speed is whatever it is, speed of sound. You can't catch him. It's just like, even my granddaddy there, A-Train, you'd have gave him a run for his money, but we still.
I would have.
You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
It's like shit like that. And I'm thinking like this. I'm like, oh, this is great, man. This is gonna piss so many people off. But good shit. Go ahead, get it. I already knew. It's like, we're going to get back on him. I already knew it. But it's just like...
Jonan says Frank Miller, when they wrote Superman and Wonder Woman having sex to the point where they almost destroyed the Earth, couldn't have thought of that.
I remember that. That shit.
There's so much... Okay.
What is she talking about?
Jonan, with you saying that and stuff that's the suggestion box and reels on my YouTube, so much of this episode was definitely influenced by Marvel and DC in particular.
Everything about him is influenced by Marvel and DC.
Oh,
everything. Yeah. I mean, even the Seven themselves is just the Justice League or Justice Society. I mean, and even the Avengers themselves. It's called, instead of Avengers, they're called Payback. That was the first real time. I mean, Avenger, Payback, And Soldier Boy was Captain America and all that stuff like that too. I mean, even instead of the X-Men, they're called the G-Men. The G-Men is where Gen V, those people, they come from. shit like that. So they ripped completely off of DC and comics. Or DC and Marvel. 100%.
Thieves. Stealing stuff.
Well,
But making it cooler.
we also, you guys have to let me know, but if I'm not mistaken, was that Web Weaver's first appearance?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was.
First live action appearance. They showed him in an episode before that in the video game that was being played.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
a character to be picked.
That
So
movie.
it just kind of just gave you, a little foreshadow he's going to be here. And then he was also spoken about on how they got tickets to Ezekiel's whatever. And it was just like, man, how you do that? And then, Butcher even said it. Heroin enema right up the web hole, blah, 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 blah. And Mother's Milk was like, don't you tell nobody about that, motherfucker. And that's how they ended it. So he's been mentioned and shown in the video game before that. But that scene, yes, that was his first live action showing. Yeah.
I really wanted to see like Web Weaver in action.
Would
But
have been cool because he doesn't do webs like this. He does it with his butt.
yeah, I want to see him part out webs.
So technically, isn't he more anatomically correct to be a mutated spider than Peter Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what they were
a
trying to
little
do.
bit.
Just to keep it a buck, right? Like Peter's way more faker than him. So, but
Did you really want Spider-Man to be going?
Yes. Give me that.
Man, nigga fighting a hobgoblin or Dr. Octopus.
I know my cousin Derek, his favorite character is Spider-Man. He's probably pissed, or I don't know. I gotta find out how comic book it is.
I read a really great Batman story, and then seeing this episode made me lose a lot of respect for Batman. Like I can't look at him the same.
Snap, Parker, you can say that in here if you want.
What do you say?
Oh, I didn't realize it was on
Yeah, that's
private. But no, what I was saying was, Web Weaver to me was strung out on drugs. She was trying to numb the pain from being raped so much, which could be foreshadowing to Huey, maybe trying to go down that same path. Because I mean, he went through some pretty horrific shit, and he even says to Starlight, he's like, "I'm not okay." So maybe like, that sexual assault and rape like fucked him up, where he might be strung out on drugs now, like Web Weaver is.
Ooh, dang, that's a dark place. Because I didn't. That didn't even like pop in my head to even think about that, Parker. To be honest with you, I just thought he was a sick perv. Right, like immediately, like when I came in and I saw like all that lube on the table, and he's like, "Give me a shot," and then they showed all that stuff. Okay.
I mean, maybe to an extent, but I mean, that's
Be
just
a
my
bird.
theory. But it
Be a
seemed
bird.
pretty intense what he had to go through. And then we didn't really even see the homeboy in the red spandex, whoever that was.
Lido is this.
Yeah, whoever that
sidekick.
is. Basically, zip plane.
I mean,
Did
Huey's
anyone catch how
fucked
they
up,
tried to parallel
but-
Wave Weaver and Tech Knight to Spider-Man and Iron Man? Yeah, I caught on it just now as we're talking, which is why it's
Oh,
cool
yeah.
having this discussion.
no, they weren't. No, they did that on purpose. There was like two other things. The man safe word was Zendaya.
It's kind of scary how like
The man safe word is
Yeah,
Zendaya. It's
accurate
MJ.
it
It's
could be.
Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was pretty on the nose.
It's just, like the safe word was Zendaya because she's MJ to Spider-Man. No, they had multiple different references between that. Even him talking about his holes and stuff like. Actually, I before I say that, which I do know, I do have a point on this, but I would need to get the correct verbiage before I, retort it now, so I didn't sound stupid. But no, they actually made a few correlations between the fact of between that Iron Man and Spider-Man, and they made it apparent here. Those are just two of the examples, but there were two other ones though. But I have to rewatch the episode. But yeah, man, that's crucial. They changed Tech Knight. He did like the fuck things, but he wasn't that way. And his ability to be the super detective, being able to detect your heart rate, your adrenaline, your sweat, your pheromones, all that shit, your skin tightening, shit like that. That wasn't shown that he was able to do that and deduce that within the comic. So, hey,
I think that's going to answer the question. I believe
Made him a cooler character.
it did.
Yeah,
It
well,
did.
I was driving it.
I was driving the day after thinking about that Zendaya joke before I caught on and was like, yeah, right on, yeah.
Yeah, it took me a second too, man. You're not the only one.
He was like Zendaya, and he just looked at him. He was like, "What?" I cracked up instantly. I was like, y'all niggas is tripping. And real quick though, I'll say this was off the top. Y'all remember 300, right, with the Spartans?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, you ain't
I'm
watched
gonna
it? Y'all remember when that dude said, "Our arrows will blot out the sun," and Michael Fassbender, who played Magneto, cut that dude's arm off? Y'all remember that scene? Okay. That guy that got his arm cut off that said, "Our arrows will blot out the sun," all shit like that, that's the same dude that killed Tech Knight. That's Tech Knight's butler.
Oh, wow.
Same guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, just shouting out another Frank Miller bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. All right. But yeah, I mean, I thought Tech Knight was he had an interesting introduction. It was like did it almost feel like it was more like it was like paying homage to this character and actually showing him, I guess, the attention that he of his presence in the Boys series? Do you think would you think a Web Weaver fan would be excited or disappointed in this episode?
What?
He actually wasn't represented that well in the comics either, but I'd be indifferent. I mean, because he wasn't represented well in the comics either, but this one is just like
he was a parody. Was he a parody? I mean, that's one of the reasons why I appreciate having you here on this panel is your reference to the comics. So
he was red and blue in the comics too, but he kind of came across. Yeah, he was.
Let me get a Web Weaver.
But Huey ended up killing them when like they were doing Temp V and shit like that. You know what I mean? He was one of the heroes that got killed.
I have a question for you guys, real quick, and it's kind of off topic, but we know how Spider-Man didn't appear in Invincible, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Marvel knew that they were making an episode like this, so they were like, "No, you can't use Spider-Man"?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They would not. Got to think about it. Even though the show has a rating of M, Spider-Man being there, they couldn't take this risk.
There's too many companies. But there's too many companies that Image would have to pay off to use the likability of Marvel's top 5 most recognizable superhero. That's the only issue with it. It's just like, because you don't just have to go through Disney, you also got to go through Sony. And Sony's stingy as hell with it. It's just like, you get him for 3 movies, that's it, and he's back to us again. So like, Image is just like, well, let's go ahead and animate him to make our shit bigger. And they would already know. Amazon, you owned by who? You bringing in what? Oh, hey, you gotta come up off that. And they're probably like, we only mean for this guy to be on the screen for 8 seconds anyway. We ain't about to drop $300 million for this. Like, fuck it, you know? So they said, fuck it.
So would you say that his presence in the comic books was just like short-lived, a moment? Was he more of a parody?
Web Weaver was absolute parody. He had every bit as an importance that Thunderhawk does, which is in the parody of Wolverine, which you've seen him in the Diabolical Anthology. He's a bigger version of Wolverine with a Hawkman nose, but the outfit looks the exact same. But instead of yellow and blue, it's green black with a little bit of blue on it. Instead of claws, he's got sledgehammers for hands. So no, they do parodies of that all day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do have They do definitely have a comic where Spider-Man and Invincible do meet up. They do have that.
Absolutely. It's even one where Invincible goes off and meets the Justice League, and he roasts them.
Appreciate you hopping in, Brody.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you tomorrow, man.
All right.
Oh man.
Okay. Moving on by paying homage to the boy Web Weaver. I guess it was like an introduction and a farewell at the same time.
Yeah, there you go. But he didn't die. He just got drugged up. So he might come. Actually, no, there's no reason for him to really come back. But here we'll see.
Don't do drugs, or somebody's gonna steal your superhero persona.
Yeah.
That was crucial. He said stick it in, and he went to the web hole. I was like, oh man. All right.
There's so many cringing moments. Okay, okay, that leads directly into my next question. So, why does Mother Milk always get the bad end of the stick in all of these situations, man?
They
Like-
choose. I think that's just direction. They think about that in like the writing room. It's just kind of a running joke that hey, this happened to MM, so we're gonna keep it going.
I'm like, damn, like this dude wears his hip hop. He's supposed to be cool as hell, but it's like
I know they got all this crazy shit on. You know, I did think it was funny is that like the boys are such a cohesive unit now that even though that when after Web Weaver dropped, Huey already knew that MM had went through some shit. So because as soon as he came in the door, he said, "You good? You good?" And he already had the Purell coming out going like that before MMM even put his hand up. So I thought that was kind of funny. A little character thing to like recognize, but I thought that was kind of funny because every time he does something ridiculous that kills somebody, whatever, if you look at the past seasons, MMM always goes to the Purell and does that shit. So I thought that was kind of funny that Huey had it ready.
Poor Mother's Milk, bro. Like,
yeah, it's wild.
People that didn't watch, would that be? Hold on. When homie hit him with the love juice to the face, was that Herogasm?
Yeah, it's Herogasm.
Yeah, that was a Herogasm.
Herogasm.
Yeah, the first part of Herogasm. You know what I mean? Yeah, if
And
you guys
then
don't know,
double down and try to choke him with the shit too.
Yeah, bro, he got
hey, yo.
love juice to the face. Then he gets strangled by another man's peen during the Herogasm. The soup orgy, annual soup orgy. It got crazy, kids.
Hey, yo. Hey.
Then he comes
didn't like
in
Kamiko take a picture afterwards or something? She's like, hey.
And then next season itself, the man walks in on the boy Web Weaver and has to shoot him with a shot and gets a load of web from the.
That's wild.
The
boys got
web
crazy
glam near the
shit.
anus to the face again, bro.
I mean, season 3 started off with dudes shrinking inside of a penis and doing cocaine, exploding out of him.
Okay.
That's how that's not how it started.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Gen V. Old girl got as small as that dude's meat and hung on to his meat and gave him a full body jack off. You remember that shit? Like that was ridiculous.
Good.
I wanted to forget about it, but you reminded me of it.
And the only way that the dude liked it is that she had to treat him like giddy up, slap the nigga's nuts like on the side. I'm like, hey yo, like for real?
Stop.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna have a problem with this episode if I know what Boys has already done.
Show
like, this is
is not for
PG-13
the
compared
weak.
to what already happened.
This show
already
is an
showed crazier
adult-oriented
shit.
show. All I'm gonna say. I don't know what drugs these guys were on when they came up with this show.
Hey man, the
With
comics
this
is
comic
worse.
book series.
Comics is worse. I mean, they showed Ezekiel, the pastor, the first scene. He stretched over half the club to give that dude head while getting head, while stretched his arms to give two dudes the hand jobs. I'm like, that's the first episode. The first episode. That's crazy.
And I'm so glad I have a bad memory, man.
How about you remember when Pop Claw killed her fucking landlord when she was getting head from him? She orgasmed and clenched her legs too high.
Bundle.
You remember that?
Okay, we gotta move to the next. Move to the next thing.
Just saying, the boy.
All right, so do you guys think at any moment that anybody's going to give this TV show, give the Boys in general, this live action show, flack for any of its racism, its insinuations?
No.
Because I mean,
they ain't did it yet. They ain't gonna do it now. No.
Because I'm about to say, I don't see it getting any cleaner. I don't see them changing this lore in the near future. It's like they're definitely pushing a bar. Well, okay, moving on from that one, we're gonna go back.
Just displaying this whole spank bank.
Exactly.
Volume went down.
All right, so we're gonna go back into Tech Knight. And kind of he's more. We obviously explained how he's more like Batman than he is Iron Man in the comics. He's more like Iron Man or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you guys think that?
I won't forget that Pop Claw thing. At least that was wild. She did. She was like, "Oops." That was crazy.
Do you guys think that Batman was racist all along and they just tried to hide it?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, like, Bruce Wayne, like,
Well, no, really, like, what racism did Bruce Wayne show? I just want to hear that. Because he seems to go out to this really pale white people.
Not literally, not factually. Okay, you're right.
Didn't
That was never answered, but okay. Kind of how Tech Knight's character is, it made you kind of consciously think about, like, if you think about Batman and you think about him, and then I know in the black community there used to always be a joke that Batman never saves no black people. So, do you think less of thinking about Batman or more connecting him with being a Nazi, a neo-Nazi?
Wow! Oh shit!
On his mantle, like
he went Nazi right away. Okay.
If you watch the episode itself, even things on his mantle, like there were so many subliminals in that room itself.
You meaning Tech Knight? Because you keep saying Batman.
Tech Knight.
That's okay. That's why I've been laughing.
Thanks for clearing that up for me. I didn't want to leave people on the wrong path.
That's literally the only time I've been laughing because you said Batman 3 times. I'm like, I don't think you realize he's saying Batman. No, Tech Knight, yes, you're right. He had the original, I forget his name, which is a good thing. The OG KKK.
Oh, Jim Crow.
He had his picture. Not even him. The guy, the Grand Wizard, Wizard Duke, or whatever. KK, the first guy. He had his picture on the cover, like one of them. But he had like a whole bunch of Confederate South generals and shit like that. But the one they stayed on was the founder, the Grand Duke Wizard of the KKK.
Nah, I don't think it was a real one.
It was.
It was. Yes, bro.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Y'all want to deep dive this?
It was the founding father of the KKK. Yeah, they showed that on purpose. Yeah. They showed it.
That's
I swear they did, bro.
Wait, no, was he in a costume or was it his actual face?
Costume. It was his face on the wall when they had all those old slave owners and old generals and
they might have took that too far.
Yeah, they showed him. They showed him. And they showed him. That's why he was like, this is who Tech Knight is, who he finds his inspiration for. That's why it's like they were sending all that money to people. Oh, fuck you. 100 million in Black Lives Matter. He cracked instantly.
Yeah.
No! He cracked
like his form of torture was like not being a racist with his money.
Yeah, bro. It's like not being there. It's like you sending this. They gave it to Elizabeth Warren, whatever, like that. They gave it to the jail fund, whatever. He gave it to the gay people, whatever, like that. As soon as they said Black Lives Matter, he cracked. No.
Bro.
He's all about watch that again. And then that guy that's like that with the beard with the half little part right here going over. That's the first Grand Wizard of the KKK.
He loves fart cake, you know.
German fart cake.
So I mean, it all kind of lines up, you know.
German fart cake.
I only have that with Batman just simply because, like, you think when you watch that character, you're mentally, consciously, you're thinking of Batman, and then I mean, of course, it's a different version of him. So
his background is Batman. His technological advances or presence in the story is Iron Man. Iron Man technology, Batman background.
In the comics,
yes.
All right. Okay, and then all right, moving on. Well, you know what? We can go a little further. So, Bundle, do you have any like a connection or knowledge of Ladio's presence in the comics?
Yep, Ladio was his old sidekick, and there's two Ladios. The first Ladio ended up to be, he's had like this weird ass name. He ended up dying.
Spell Ladio.
Yeah,
is that with a T or is that with a T or a D?
It's Laido. But the first Ladio ended up going on to be what was their version of Nightwing. He just died. And he basically kind of did with Batman.
Laido.
Yep, Ladio. Yep. And so he basically just kept renaming
his
Ladio.
How's it Ladio?
Ladio. Oh, maybe it's another I. Sorry, another I after the O. I mean, other than the D. Excuse me. But it's Ladio. But anyway, pause. Yeah, good one. Yeah. Eladio just was the name of his sidekicks. He kept giving them the same name, similar to how Batman always names them Robin and Robin. So that's where
Jonas said he would have cracked by giving that much money to Black Lives Matter. Zinger.
But no, like Ladio's just a sidekick, and in this one, Ladio was a sidekick, but didn't take to Tech Knight's sexual tech cave shit, because this is a secret place, and I guess he wasn't trying to be secretive, so he gagged him and chained him up. But in the comics, it was basically who Robin is, and then the original Ladio went on to be the boy's version of Nightwing. Then he died, so Tech Knight got another Ladio until he died himself. Oh, there you go, in the background. I'm looking at it. There it is. Yeah, in the green suit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Outfit.
That's crazy. I did not catch the parallels.
We got Lottie over there in the gimp suits. I guess but you know what? He helped them get freaking Tech Knight together. So maybe Ladio was
did everything.
Was he tied up? At first I thought he was there for his own entertainment.
He was chained up and gagged, and he kept trying to like break for it, and they kept like zooming in on the chain real quick and then go back. Zoom in on the chain, go back to the action. So it was like the third or fourth time they zoomed it. He broke it. It was like, oh, and Taylor's like, go Ladio. He's like, nah, I'm going to your laptop. Now I'm about to tell them you need a retinal scan. This is your money. This is the worst way to hurt a billionaire, and blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as you told all that shit, your black butler heard that you about to do this shit. Then they choked your ass out. And then after they were leaving, Ladio was like,
the safe words.
Like, hey, we kill this nigga. Right on. Bye. You know what I mean? So he was happy about it. But, you know, it changed a lot of things in the comics, which, you know, they did for a good reason. I mean, even the creators of it said that they were dated in their writing, and so if they wanted to bring it to a modern audience, they would have to incorporate a few things and switch a lot of things around, which I feel for the most part they've done. Outside of this episode that it may have been received so-so, they've given us 3.5 years of gas, so I ain't about to hold it against them.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think there's a safe way to explain or break down a Boys episode without you know what I mean, like a clean way to do it. You're gonna have to get your hands dirty as a content creator. You
know what? It's a funny. This is the thing. There's a trend that goes on. Like, you know, when big shows are out, whether it's House of Dragons, where like this, and they even do it with The Boys. They'll go on Twitter and they give you like 4 or 5 pictures in the collage, and it says episode 6 summed up, episode whatever, and it'll show like a boom that have, you know, pop culture references that you can correlate to the episode that you've seen, and they're hilarious, bro. Some of them are hilarious. We're a little bit behind on them now, so it wouldn't make too much sense to put it on now. But since tomorrow's next episode, hop on Twitter right afterwards. You understand what I'm saying. Some of those retweets are just hilarious, man. Oh wait, you said Ladio was Laddio. See, I spelled it wrong twice. I spelled it. You thought he was going to go off. Yeah. Sorry. I knew the guy's name. Sorry.
That's a nice little homage to those characters.
I am interested to see what role Stan Edgar will play in the future. I don't think he'll have anything else to do with the rest of the season, but I think he'll be a pawn on the chessboard that Homelander doesn't expect next season when he's trying to do his real takeover. And Stan Edgar, being someone who was the CEO of Vought that was literally there since Homelander was born, is going to be able to push and peddle some shit like, hey, that's going to hurt him. Because, you know, Newman, she freed him from prison, and then right in front of Homelander's face when he was like, yo, Edgar got out. She's like, I'm surprised he didn't get out, you know, sooner. He can't hurt us. Obviously, we know she's lying. I just think with only 2 episodes left, I don't think he'll make another appearance, but I think he'll come back as something to be reminded of next season, similar to how he was this season. So we'll see. We'll see. I like Giancarlo Esposito, one of my favorite actors out here. Play any role.
All right. Well, I guess what we're gonna do is, since Black Sister Sage had lost her mind to a bullet.
You think it's going to be permanent?
No. I don't think that bullet had anything close to do to the lobotomy that she's been receiving on a consistent basis. The way she heals.
Honestly, I think it did more damage.
You think it did more damage?
I think it did more damage because before she only did like that to the eye, which it did that and what I did. But she took a bullet that broke brain, matter. Bullet still in there. It didn't come out the other side, and it broke the skull. Lobotomy don't really. Well, there's a place that you can get through right there.
Her brain still recovers.
Her brain regenerates, and so I do believe it will regenerate, but I don't know if it'll regenerate in the time where Homelander really needs her to make things happen, because she was supposed to be the one speaking to that GPD, those billionaires right there. So they kept looking at her like whatever, and Newman saw him crashing, and it's like, if you crashed, and that coup I got with you is over. So then she implanted herself. But I think, yes, she will come back from that brain damage, but I think it will take longer than what normally does because there was no exit. That bullet's still in there. Now, it can regenerate, but can it regenerate around a bullet? Maybe I'm looking too into that, but I noticed that.
Well, I mean, I don't think they gave I don't think she's had enough lobotomies for us to be able to assume the time frame of how fast how fast she will regenerate and recover. But I mean, obviously from what you said, a bullet wound
speculation.
A bullet wound to the head is far more damaging than that lobotomy. So I guess unless we have a time period gap to give her an opportunity to recover completely, maybe. But she's completely useless right now. She was dang near what? A kid.
She was.
Yeah,
chocolate cake.
Kind of reminds me of Nerd Culture is Toxic.
Weird. I am not trying to talk about Paul in this stream. We can move forward from that, BTG.
I'm sorry.
I think your profile picture is enough. I am not trying to bring up Paul in this stream.
All right. What are we talking about? Sophie or people? Sister Sage? Yeah, Sister Sage. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, because I mean, pretty much. Dang it, the woman the head popper. So the head popper ended up taking up for and I guess doing that presentation that originally Sister Sage was going to do to help out Homelander because he's smart but not that smart to explain it to everybody.
You don't know what he's talking about, man. The guy made it look like a fool right there, and that was funny.
Yeah.
I will say this though. Actually, I'm not really gonna say it.
Say it.
Jog mine. No, I just think that old girl from season 2, Sydney, is gonna still be something. Y'all remember Sydney? Everyone thought that Sydney was the head popper when they finally went to that one school before they even found bullshit that was going on with Gen V. Remember, Stormfront had Lamplighter holding these soups in a certain area that would be used in the future for anything that they needed. But when the boys got there and find out who Lamplighter was, that whole love sausage thing when old boy got choked up by dude's dick and shit like that. Remember, they broke into that mental institution.
Yeah, sorry.
Found out who Lamplighter was, but they released a few soups. Remember, they killed one.
Oh, that one particular
But remember,
woman.
Sydney, she was able to do this. And as soon as she came out, Lamplighter was like, "Hey, yo, Sydney, be cool. Remember me? I'm this is this." And man was like, "Oh, fuck him up, do this." And as soon as that one guy came in, she did that, and his whole body burst. And for the whole season, we thought she was the head burst.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Newman. But the thing is, that power right there is ridiculous. That's very similar to Marie Moreau. So I'm just like, did they just go ahead and kind of flick her off and say we're gonna let Marie Moreau's character from Gen V take that new role? Or could Sydney now come back at the end of this season or next season? Because that's a hell of a power to have to control your girl popping head. She was blowing up bodies.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. They gave her a spot.
They normally give us Easter eggs before they throw people in there. I didn't see any pointers for her to make an appearance. It
Yeah,
could be a
I didn't either.
possibility.
I didn't either. So it could just be wishful thinking. And like I said, Marie Monroe's character that was shown in Gen V may
But
take
who
that
knows?
place
This could
because it's
add
better
on to your
written.
list.
It could better written. But if she comes back, I'm just saying that was a hardcore soup that's blowing people up by looking at them. I mean, like, hey, I don't know. We'll see what they do. I thought that she would have a bigger role going forward. If not in season 3, I thought I'd see her in Gen V. I didn't, and I haven't seen her so far. So hopefully she's not a wasted talent.
All right. So next question. I want you guys to take some time and think about this. So far from all these seasons, including Gen V, who's the freakiest character on this show? I have a nominee that I got. And I got Ashley.
Probably
Yeah.
Ashley. Probably Ashley.
I think Ashley is the
Probably
freakiest.
Ashley.
Cause and not to mention it, I can't anticipate her freakiness. She always moves the gauge, always moves the bar up higher and higher.
Yeah.
Any honorable mentions?
Tech Knight. That's it.
You said Tech Knight? Okay.
Yeah. He was putting his thing inside of tree holes. So
You're not gonna nominate the Deep in his Octophobia?
nah.
You talking about horny nigga?
You know what I mean?
Deep is there, but Deep is kind of like. Nah, the Deep is wild, but the thing, that's wild. But the thing is, he's like
bestiality.
We're
We're not gonna nerf bestiality and just walk past.
bestiality is wild, the shit that he doing. But he got gills. He can talk to him and shit. Yeah, that's up there. That's
himself. He's okay.
Him, obviously, Tech Knight and Ashley. Those are the clear, obvious answers. I mean, we've seen people do some freaky ass shit like that. Ezekiel is on that list. Anyone that participates in Herogasm, clearly, like the TNT twins. Obviously, the nigga that was literally named Love Sausage, you know he was on some wild. But what has been displayed. Yeah,
What about
man.
that invisible guy?
What about that one dude? Remember Kamiko last season had to go on that assassin mission? She killed that one dude that had all them prostitutes that were trafficked, and she killed him and all of his henchmen with dildos. Remember that?
Oh,
What?
gosh. No,
Remember that?
I don't
She went out for the Russian mob boss hit last season. She looked like she was going to be one of the girls that the guy wanted to hit. Soon as she turned around, she shoved a dildo to the back of his head that came out of his mouth. The Homelander dildo.
Hold on. Dang, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
She was killing people with the 7 dildos. Black Noir, Queen Maven, the Deep. She was fucking boys up. Y'all remember that? see, that's what I'm saying. The boys give you so much credit, so much craziness. You can't even remember. So you like, man, this episode put me off. It's like, I don't think y'all remember the last 3 seasons. Like,
hold on. Jonas said
this was tame.
He was messing with lobsters, octopuses, and dolphins. Then he also said he mentioned the shapeshifter dude.
Oh yeah, that
Impersonating
shapeshifter
Madeline.
dude was crashing people. You're right, because that one dude was one of those billionaires that was at that party. Remember, Madeline Stidwell tricked him into voting superheroes within the military because she used that shapeshifter to pretend that it was a female, and then when he got blindfolded, he went back to his fat, penguin-looking self and took a picture of it, and they blackmailed him off of that. So you're right, that shapeshifter dude was wild. Because he turned into Homelander and tried to give Homelander a blowjob. Hey yo.
Yeah, you know what?
This show is really fucked up, man.
I'm not, bro.
I need to smoke. What the hell?
That's what I was trying to insinuate. This particular episode kind of like, it's to me. I was like, okay, I gotta meet her now. I can't be numb. I'm cringed out on this episode.
But even as crazy as this episode was, like really, like I said, even
it's not my favorite episode at all.
Oh, it's understandable. Oh, it's obviously understandable. Clearly. I'm a big fan of The Boys, so it's just like anything that The Boys puts out, I'm gonna try to find some type of hype about it. Just like I would do for Dragon Ball, and they put out dumbass filler, dumbass episodes, I'm still gonna find some silver lining. You know what I mean? So that's basically what I'm doing here. But as far as freakiness and like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. This episode was tame compared to what they did the last 3 seasons, obviously. But
Yeah.
hey. As I said, if you're gonna let Ashley tickle dude's feet and be a dominatrix and a nigga fart on some German cake, hey, that's wild. But episode of Gen V got it beat. First episode of season 3 got it beat. So they do some wild shit. I mean, see, hey. You know what I thought was really kind of interesting too? I also forgot that last season that Queen Maeve actually drunkenly had sex with Butcher. Do y'all remember that?
What?
Remember that? Butcher was like, they were helping because Queen Maeve gave Butcher the 10th V. They had a scene where Queen Maeve and Butcher got drunk together, and Maeve was like on some fucking type shit, kissed and stuff like that, and fucked Butcher. I got a theory that what if she got pregnant by Butcher's kid? Ryan versus Maeve, Butcher kid type deal. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be as strong as Ryan. And I think it's a little far-fetched to think about, but it's just, you got rid of Maeve really easily, and she, even though served her purpose as far as defending the boys and saving it and defeating Soldier Boy and sacrificing her powers, and what if she got pregnant? What if?
That would be pretty cool.
And Butcher was on 10th V when it happened, so that's a superhero baby right there. I ain't thinking that.
I mean, at this point, we can't take the comic book for verbatim. They can kind of create what they want and kind of in here and there.
They're loosely basing off the comic book at this point. Exactly. They're loosely. I mean, only real thing we're gonna get from the comic book here is that the fact that Homelander put together a superhero team and he's using it to plot against to take over the government. I think that's the only real thing that we're gonna get from that, and then we're gonna probably experience some unfortunate and significant deaths to the boys and to some mainstream superhero characters that we don't want. Like, I feel like this is the start of A-Train's redemption arc. He probably won't make it this season, and if he does, he's definitely dying next season.
Well, if it's been teased, and we, each episode I hate to say it, we've been waiting for this man to die, but he might end up being the hero of this entire situation, because he's definitely showing that he's
already shown.
He's moving to he's trying to be the hero, and
he's already shown that.
It's the only appearance that we have right now.
He's had plenty of situations where he could have killed Huey and Starlight. He chose not to. He helped Huey the last 2 episodes ago and says, "You weren't going to forgive me, were you?" And he says, No, we're good. And shook him up from there. They've had many other interactions before where they've expressed whatever. You've seen A-Train try to right wrongs, understanding that he was a puppet to this, so he tried to get into himself. That didn't work. Let me try to get back to my community by making Blue Hawk apologize. That didn't work. He ended up paralyzing my brother and shit like that. So he's just trying to do all these different things and just realizing nothing. But the one redemption and one redeeming factors he had was when he actually took Mother's Milk to the hospital and finally saw a fan look at him as the hero he always thought he would be. And then just that, I think that's gonna mean something. That's gonna snowball effect, roll over, and just sacrifice himself on some heroic deeds that's gonna pit him against Homelander. Whether it's the next 2 episodes or next season, I don't know, but I don't think he's living. He didn't live in the comic books. I don't see why he's gonna live here.
Okay.
He died bad in the comics too. Huey killed him.
Oh.
When he was hopped up on 10th V.
Kicked
his head off. Kicked his head off like a soccer ball.
Yeah, I guess right now it's still a toss up as who's going to have this dramatic death at the end of this season.
Does somebody have to die though?
There's going to be multiple deaths.
Because
like we said last time, if which I don't think they will, they do go by the comics, all the boys die.
Yeah.
So, all of them die, with the exception of Huey.
Oh, come on, Bundle.
That's how they wrote it 21 years.
I mean, that's how they wrote it in the comic. But I mean, they've changed so much stuff. So
Oh,
Well.
Yeah, at this point, anything can still happen. After season 5, I don't.
No.
Do you guys think that the boys have broken? As these episodes continue, I'm probably going to continue asking this question, especially to anyone that's watching this. Did they have an impactful moment in pop culture for this time period?
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like it's fan base. I think this is probably one of the most premier shows that we have to watch.
Mm-hmm.
What's out right now?
What's
Yeah.
going on?
My Adventures with Superman is out.
I can't wait for you to watch that by yourself.
There it goes.
But I am not trying to talk about Superman right now.
No, you said what good shows are out right now, right?
Oh, okay, my fault.
Yeah, so I said My Adventures with Superman.
Well, I mean, as a consensus, the show itself is being recommended a lot.
Yeah.
So, I feel like the boys.
I forgot they were still in here. Sorry.
Zilko.
Maybe it would be tight if Butcher had a son with Maeve. I'm saying it.
That would be cool, but that would take a long time to
It would
develop.
take
a
too
story,
long to
though.
develop. You're right. Yeah, and that's not anything about it. That's ass.
Within-
That's ass. Never mind.
Could the boys end and they could do another season of Gen V?
But you're in the
They were already supposed to do another season of Gen V, but old boy dying. That's huge. Old boy dying is huge, man. And they said that since his death, they've suspended filming indefinitely. So they haven't even gone. They were supposed to be filming right now. Like right now, they're not filming at the moment in honor of
They're
him.
just gonna let it just stay. Yeah.
That's gonna stop because they definitely tied in, Gen V, because they showed Sam and what was her name, Cat. What was her name, Cat? I can't remember. Her name was Cat.
Jonas said,
But
I can't agree about My Adventures with Superman, but it does have its fans. Yeah. I know, Jonas. I ain't trying to hear that. Hear that.
My Adventures with Superman is the greatest TV series.
Oh, good grief.
no.
Wait, Bondo, do you like My Adventures with Superman?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen it.
Damn.
But the thing is, it's not,
It was
not
just
on the
enough.
series.
It was
It's
just
not-
enough for
it's
you
not
to
not
know.
on the series. It's not on the series. If anyone knows me, I've been adamantly against Superman my entire life.
I think there's so
Superman
much
hater.
inside.
I'm a Superman hater, but I understand because Superman now is finally being written with some common sense and shit like that. But before, his stories were always it was boring, which is really the birth of One Punch Man. It's an adaptation of how Superman was written from the 30s to the 70s. It was just like everyone do your hardest, fight the hardest, and when you fail at the last minute, Superman shows up, and here he is to save the day. He was written like that for 45 years. It was boring. That's why Action Comics was ass and DC Comics was good. And they did, for some reason, they didn't just understand that. And then in the 90s, they finally got some common sense after they killed him to Doomsday. And I was like, okay, now I can stomach you. But still, I'm Team Goku. I have to hate you. But I still understand how good he is, though. But I got to hate. I got to.
All right.
Well, guys, I think that's going to conclude this reaction to the boys. I'm guessing for this Thursday we do our stream.
I gotta watch a movie.
To react.
Won't be here.
You said you won't. Okay. Well, hopefully, but
What movie you watch?
I think I'm watching Fly Me to the Moon on Thursday and Long Legs on Friday.
Nice. Excuse me. Well, I guess it just depends on timing. You know what I mean? Maybe before or after type deal. Regardless, I mean, anything can happen. Hell, we were 7 days late on this one, so
yeah.
I
mean, due to my strike, but yeah.
Yeah, we understand why. Yeah.
But I mean, I might be able to stretch it a little bit, but Be honest with you, I would prefer to do that Thursday evening. I like to kind of be the first, try to get to it early, much like you said earlier, Bundle.
Ooh, that'd be
That's
cool.
ideal. I just didn't want to miss out on this opportunity this season.
Oh, yeah, man. If you want to watch it in the morning or something like that, just hit me up. You can do a little personal one like that. Watch party together and then do the stream afterwards.
Okay.
I watch it. My new schedule is I'm off on Thursdays and Fridays now, so I'm just getting used to it. But yeah, I'm down.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna like I said, anybody else? Oh yeah, be sure again, guys. I appreciate Joan and Level Fox for hopping in with us, watching the show.
Right on,
Upward Ninja, as well. Parker P for joining us. Please, anyone else that popped in with us and watched the stream, hit that like button. We gladly would appreciate it as well. Yeah, guys. BTG, you've been keeping your composure. I hope you continue making more videos.
Oh no, I'm retired. I seen the video get a lot of. I'm done. I'm gone. My last one.
You still retired?
I'm done.
We gotta keep you in here, man. We gotta keep you. We gonna keep you.
Well, I appreciate you hopping in. Then, if you're not uploading anymore, I got you.
Yeah. Today was my last video.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So how are you gonna do it? So you're not gonna follow up with any of your book reviews?
I gotta go.
Where
I gotta go.
Where you gonna go?
Where are you going?
Oh.
Relax, lay down.
You gotta do some House of Dragon. That's what you gotta do. YouTube ain't giving up on you. As long as we hear, you hear.
There ain't nothing good that's gonna come out of this. I fear so.
What's the worst that could happen?
Everything.
Right on, Johnny.
This is all I have. I don't want this to be the only thing I have. I want more.
This could lead to more. Could be
I don't think so. I don't think
pathway. A lot of people use it to segue into some other ish.
What's the greatest thing that could happen out of this success of your YouTube, Jay?
You said through mine?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, this has it expanded for other people to reach me. Especially, I'm actively in this field. I participate outside of YouTube in this. I go to conventions. I talk to people at the comic book store. Find people with like interests. I also join Facebook groups.
Ooh.
And yeah. I actually participate.
There's a whole community out there.
Yeah.
So
there's so many communities now that it's up to you as an individual whether or not if you feel like having people around.
So
I feel like the company you keep now is good folks though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I appreciate it like completely.
I feel like maybe some of the people you was dealing with before BTG wasn't appreciative of the content, maybe.
Wait, is this directed towards me?
I'm in a way more sort of a question than a statement. I don't know.
But what did you
maybe has the interaction of some of the audience and the community you may have outside of here may have been the reason that you've grown weary of it, or is it just I've done it for a long time, or I just want to do something different?
I've done it for a long time. Like I feel like I've done everything on here. I don't have anything else to do.
Okay.
I've reached my peak.
This is not your final form. You always can go golden. You can always go black. Hey.
By the way, congratulations, Jay. 1,000 subscribers. You got to do a celebration.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. We had
We should do a 48-hour stream of us just sitting here, not doing anything.
You better
just celebrating your live stream.
You better stop, BTG.
Like a Kai Cenat stream, just
I can't even afford a 48-hour stream.
You won't say you wouldn't be able to make it.
We'll get LeBron James in here, maybe Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, I was about to say y'all will see music. Hey, you know what? I do want to speak on that. Have you ever opened up YouTube Studio and looked at the inspiration tab?
No, should I do that now?
I only say that because they suggest like videos and topics.
Mm-hmm.
Put that suggestion.
All right. Inspiration. So you would go to analytics and then you go to inspiration. And
Is that
then
on desktop or mobile?
I'm looking mobile right now. And based off of the stuff that you search, it gives you like key terms and stuff. I think these particular subjects and top searches can inspire you to make a video for things. Because like mine is like viral podcast video, movie reviewer, sequel movies, Ryan's Reynolds, Disney rants, right here it's somebody they're suggesting doing a it's over Disney cancels woke Ray movie after Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah, does something with a script. Yeah, I'm just saying stuff like this. I'm just saying like the inspiration has all kind of stuff. I guess.
Wait, what you trying to do, Jay? You want me to come back?
I mean,
You want me to come back?
I mean, ideally, I think that's how it all works. I mean, everybody kind of has their own fandomships as well. When you're out in your world, in your realm, and you gravitate people towards your channel, and then you come over here to me, and then shoot, when I go do streams, people,
I don't have any fans.
You know, people gravitate towards you as well. I mean,
what's that one song that they always sing in the movie? Baby, come back. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You can baby. We gotta switch the lyrics up for you.
You know, I was thinking like,
come back.
Well, I mean, you know what? Whatever.
Let's not get too deep.
You need to manage your time, and if it was overwhelming, and there's some things that you want to accomplish in the real world, I can understand that.
Yeah, understanding. Well, what a successful stream with actual conversations. Some people can't handle that, you know. Some people can't handle that. Different opinions. Being wrong.
I like how you flipped that. That was a very smart way to do it.
YouTube will never be done with you gets there.
All right, guys. See you in 6 months.
Man, we gonna see you on the Discord.
Let's see the damn Discord, dude.
We're there in Discord. We got too much greatness to come. We'll see you soon.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, man, it's great. Hilarity. Oh, I died again.
So, are we technically? Is it technically 3 a.m. tonight the new episode comes out, or 3 a.m. Wednesday leading into Thursday?
Yeah, that one.
The one leading to Thursday. Okay,
yeah, second one is Thursday.
I'm gonna chop these up. Hey, Bundle.
Yes, sir.
I need you. Your theories are coming through, bro. We're gonna work on your top. We're gonna work on a top 10. Bundle moment.
Hey man, there's another little theory right there too with the Maven Butcher. Hey, there's a little wrinkle there. I didn't even get back to it.
I wish you did it for the Predator and Black Panther.
Oh, dude, but there's one I didn't even get back to it, so I ain't gonna lie. Remember, I said, and you're gonna hear me, I'm on here. I think Firecracker is gonna die of a heart attack or a heart palpitation. I'm saying it now. I'm calling it, and there's been nothing to show that, right?
Okay.
You can look online right now. Say her heart. You ain't hearing that? I'm just calling it now. I think something's going wrong, and you know why I say that? Because they snuck a little something into it. Remember when she pulled her titties down? No. It was remember she put her titty down, she squeezed her titty milk on him? He went all crazy and shit like this. Said, how? And he looked down at her abdomen and looked up. Remember, he can still see through people with the x-ray. It's the little thing like that. And he's like, you're not pregnant. She's like, well, there's a couple of drugs and concoctions one can make to make that happen. It enlarges the heart, but like I said, I'll do anything for you. People glossed over that right away because he just pulled the titties out and shit like that. I'm like, I think she's going to be the host because Cameron Carlson is gone of VNN. Something going to happen and her heart going to like by Newman, or she's going to have a heart attack in the middle of a fight and die. Calling it now. Didn't get to do it on stream, but between you and me,
We're
Hey, you
still on
know
the
what?
stream right now. We're still streaming.
Oh shit, my bad. But it's just like, yeah. I think something's gonna
But
happen
we're gonna
tomorrow.
end on that note though, so I can chop this up as well.
Drop a style, drop the thing.
All right.
Whatever happened to him? All right, anyway, yeah. But nah, man, I got a couple of little theory times.
Okay, I got you
And
then.
I'll hashtag a few of them and I'll throw it to him, put it in Discord, and we can get it in on the next one. Cause hell, you got to be doing another one of these videos in less than 36 hours anyway. So
Yep, exactly.
yes,
All right, bundle. I'm tired, dude. I'm exhausted.
I feel you, bro. Man. I work today and I got to work tomorrow too. Fuck, so shitty bitties. But yeah, man. I'll be on the sticks and I'll be on tomorrow. Can't wait for this next episode.
GG's.